Alright guys, in this video I'm gonna teach you how to make like this kind of animation in CSS and HTML. So don't forget to subscribe and let's continue guys. Alright, first what you're gonna do is to create your folder or document txt, which I have already created, and open it with the help of VS Code, which I already have do. So alright, and here you should create your first index point, maybe first index point HTML document with the style point CSS document, which I have already do. And if you don't know how to make all of them and you want a step-by-step tutorial, link for my first videos and first lesson gonna be of course in the description. So in this video I'm gonna show just how to make the exact thing, I mean this animation, like someone calling you but in web, of course. But there's one strange thing that I don't found a normal phone icon, so which you can easily go to just Google right here flattyicon.com, flatty, go to the first link and right here phone and choose one of them, and you can easily download in PNG file. So we have created our index.html document, we have a make skillet. The first steps which we're gonna do start in a next frame. Alright, let's start working with our HTML file because it's actually our skillet and brains in our construction. So let me comment our initial code, and how you can see when I commented just HTML CSS started working because we have firstly linked them. It's first point, and second, as I said, HTML is the brain and the skillet on which all of our code is working with the help of. So let me sometimes skip to my initial code. I hope that you will not negative react to them, but what we should do is first it's to create our first div. For example, name his container or something like that, container, and inside of him create else div, name it plus or plus, I mean. And inside of him you can create that something have working here, start creating. So let me comment my CSS too. So right, inside of plus create new div, name it phone. Inside of him you can get your img tag right here, first point png, and it shows you, I mean in this case it's Google Chrome. So right, and in outside of phone div you should write your text if you wanna. For example, h1 and with the caps lock press call, maybe, yeah, something like that. Right, so let's open to the all of things. Yeah, partially it works and it should be like that. And how you can see our text is themes too. So alright, let's get to our next step and exactly to our CSS. Alright, so what I did, I exit our star from code, what it inside of him. Alright, more about margins, paddings and box sizings I tell in my old videos, so if you don't watch, the link gonna be in the description of course. But about the font family I can tell the same thing, that I go into the fontsgoogle.com and just choose this font which I love it, I mean Roboto, copy this link and paste to my HTML. You can see this here, all of this is copied from this side, and take this code and paste it here, as you can see, and our font is another just. So it's super easy, and I think that everyone can do the same thing which I did. Alright, it was one of the first steps. Next step is giving a style for our container in order to make this icon in a center. Alright, I copied from here the name which I give it to my div, container point or dot container, whatever you want. Let's give the first styles like position absolute, and give it top 15%. From the left side is 15%. Give a transform translate -15% dots, and the same thing -15%. Let's open all of the window, and how you can see our icon is in the center. Alright, it's perfect. The next step which we're gonna do is to give style for exactly our image icon. img tag width 100 pixels and give a color. I thought the color we don't need. So next step which we're gonna do is to give a style for our plus. We forgot the dots. Plus for our words. Let's give a height 150 pixels. So width 150 pixels. Let's give a ground. Let's give something cool. Yeah, it's cyberpunk, man. Alright, we give a background. Let's give a cursor pointer, maybe give a border radius 15%, and it's might look like a button. Next step is style for our phone. So let's give a before and after and a hover effect to our plus. After that, and just after that, we're gonna give like style for our img h1. Let's duplicate, which I write the div class for our div, write a hover effect before, and now I'm gonna write after quotes, and inside of him write a content quotes, nothing right inside of them. It's just should be like that. Position absolute, give a border 3 pixels solid, and this color which we have here, let's just duplicate and paste here. Let's give a border radius 15% left, from left side too, and I think 15% here should be the same thing actually. Let's not give in a percent, let's give in a pixels because it's tutorial for beginners. Let's write right from right, and actually the same thing, 20 pixels. Let's write from top and bottom the same thing, bottom -20 pixels, -20 pixels. Right, how we can see when we hover, our borders are working, so it's utterly cool. And now we should do animate it and making it do it work and double. So let's write actually the same thing, point plus and hover effect, and after that again give after effect. Let's give animation because we're gonna animate this animation delay 0.5 seconds, 0.5 seconds for the first time. It's partially works, so let's duplicate the same thing which we had to do, something like that, because now we gonna give effect for our h1 like that. Give some effects to them like font size, text transform uppercase. For example, 20 pixels. We have text transform uppercase. Oh, it's coming smaller. So let's make it not 20, maybe 40 pixels. Here was 35 pixels. And we can also give a font weight because it should be bold. I thought, yeah, it's much better. Let's give the same thing actually, which we write. Copy, paste it, but for img participants or quotes, and write with zero, and it's like being transparent when you hover on it. And we should now just make like that, text shouldn't be here. And I thought that all of that we're gonna do with the help of keyframes. Let's start to giving style for phone. We can give any comment like phone started, position absolute, width 100 pixels, 800 pixels, left it should be x pixels, from top the same thing, and give a animation, give a name like phone, 1 second or animation gonna be, and continuous infinity. Let's write pixels. From both of them we're gonna give a 24 pixels. Let's animation make in the end of our work and continue giving styles h1. Let's just copy these settings where code like that. Give a text align center and paddings 55 pixels. Give a font size 0, transition 0.5 seconds, and give it just color, simple color. And how we can see when we hover, our image is appearing and our text is coming up. It's just work, and we should link an animation to that, make borders working. Let's continue to working. We can delete this part in our code and work with the keyframes. Right here, keyframes, and write the name, which we name it like phone, and this participants 0%. From the 0%, 0.100%, it should happen something. Top right, transform, rotate minus 20 dex. But now it's gonna be work strange. Why? Actually, let's comment it again and see how it worked. Yeah, it should be something like that. Actually, from here let's write 15% and open participants and write something like transform. I thought rotate and a 25 deck. So let's again comment it, Control plus slash, and these two, Control plus slash, and let's just give a like animation to our plus, I mean borders. They should like double, some kind of, let's write from here, same thing, keyframe plus. So alright guys, in this video I have shown you how to make this kind of awesome call button in your website. For example, you can use the same thing for your bots or online chats in your site or somewhere else with this kind of beautiful hover effect. So I'm utterly sure that it worth your subscription, man. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye bye.